In today's video, we're gonna take a look at what's happening right now in the San Diego real estate or housing market. Specifically, I wanna take a look at an article I just read that was in the San Diego Union Tribune, or it's on the San Diego Union Tribune's website. The article is pretty much spot on, so props to the author, but I think it left a few unanswered questions, at least in my opinion. Specifically, the article is about San Diego home prices. Are they coming down anytime soon? What's driving the housing market right now? And are there any changes on the horizon?
Oh, that sounds juicy.
I'm gonna go through the article first and then make sure to stick around to the end because I'll talk about those changes that I think are hitting the market right now. We're gonna dive right in 1 second, but if this is your first time into my YouTube channel, my name is Wesley Guest. I'm a downtown San Diego real estate agent, but I pretty much cover the entire San Diego County. If you need any help buying or selling any type of real estate, don't be shy about reaching out to me. My contact information is gonna be down in the description. And I'm putting out content like this, like neighborhood, like housing related content, pretty much on a weekly basis at this point about San Diego. If that sounds like something you're interested in, please subscribe. So here's the article. I'm also gonna put a link down in the description if you wanna read the entire thing yourself, feel free. People waiting for prices to come down will be disappointed. San Diego home prices rise for a second month. And then there's a nice little pic there of San Diego Hills. That's a nice little community. Actually, my parents lived there for a few years. It's actually a perfect spot for like families, but a word of warning, if you start looking at homes in San Diego Hills, they have some of the most expensive Melrose that I've ever seen in San Diego. The San Diego median home price hit $805,000 in April, up from recent months, but still down 1.8% for the year. By the way, the data he's using, it's coming from a company called CoreLogic. They're probably one of the most well-known like third-party like real estate statistic aggregators. San Diego County home prices in April rose for a second month after 9 months of declines, and it is happening with very few sales. Median home price rose 1.9% to $805,000, said CoreLogic data released Tuesday. It is still down 1.8% for the year as rising interest rates slowed the red-hot pandemic real estate market. Yeah, I mean, that's true. San Diego's recent price climb is happening with very few transactions. There were 2,408 home sales in April, down 53% from the year before. It also marks the second lowest sales figure for an April in records dating back to 1988. So the real story in San Diego right now, like in housing, is pretty much like the lack of it. The lack of like, there's just not enough homes to buy. I mean, there's plenty of home buyers or would-be home buyers out there right now, but there just aren't enough homes on market. In fact, going by the numbers, like I just actually looked at the stats before I press record on this camera, and we're looking at about 2,574 homes active inventory for sale, to be exact. And for San Diego, that's a very, very low number. It's like severe seller's market territory. So mortgage rates right now are a lot higher than they were last year. Once again, I think we all kind of know that. Closing out yesterday, they were over 7%. I think like 7.1% fixed loan. So that's a lot higher than they were last year.
So what now?
You would think that that would probably turn a lot of home buyers off, and it probably has, but the truth of the matter is that a lot of home buyers out there are not buying because the interest rates are higher or lower. I mean, they have a lot of home buyers out there that are buying because of a need, right? Like think of a family, maybe 2 adults live in a 1-bedroom condo, maybe they have even a 2-bedroom condo, maybe they have a toddler, baby on the way, kind of bursting at the seams. I mean, they need space no matter what the interest rates look like. Article goes on, they got a perspective of a real estate analyst here. He said homeowners don't see the point selling now, considering they will likely face much higher rates at a new home and a lot of competitive buyers. Absolutely true. While interest rates may have priced some San Diegans out, he said the group of buyers hunting for homes now are fighting it out for limited supply, pushing prices up. He is spot on. The market's active, but there's just a lot less available supply in a market where people were getting 10 offers on their house are now they're getting 5. It is still a seller's market. So potential home buyers out there, right? If they're like a move-up buyer, if you're in a condo or a home right now, you probably have a mortgage. Maybe it was your first mortgage or maybe you refi, but it's probably going to be in the neighborhood. You probably have a rate like maybe 2%, 3%, 4%, even 5%, which by today's standards, I mean, is looking pretty good. Most consider it a liability, even like a year ago. In a lot of cases, you get those low interest rates. I mean, a lot of people are looking at that as an asset. A low mortgage rate is going to keep some people in their homes. I mean, if you don't have to right now, you're not bursting at the seam, why would you sell? Or why would you move out? Why would you take on another home with probably a mortgage rate that might even be more than double what your current mortgage interest rate is? It goes on there that we're around 2,825 San Diego County homes listed for sale in April. Lowest inventory now in 13 months. It's a far cry less than a year ago, yada, yada, yada. It kind of hits the key to this entire article, in my opinion. People who are waiting for prices to come down will be disappointed. Going back to my earlier point, I mean, the housing supply is so low, and there are people that need to buy real estate, no matter what the interest rates look like right now. And keep in mind, there's different news narratives out there. The real estate market in San Diego is pretty unique, even versus like the rest of California.
Elaborate.
Real estate in a lot of areas, a lot of other states is not doing that well, but San Diego has really bounced back fast. If you're in or thinking about jumping into the market, I mean, what's it actually like out there? They have another real estate agent kind of shared her experiences, and I think this is a pretty good example of kind of what's going on. San Diego County real estate agent for more than 30 years said the homes she is listing are getting multiple offers over asking price. I mean, that's not that shocking in San Diego. It's kind of been like that for a long time. She put a 1,125 square foot, 2-bedroom townhouse in Santee on the market for $539,900 in late April and had 5 offers. 2 of her asking price in less than 2 weeks. And she also had a 3-bedroom, $550,000 townhouse at 1,498 square feet that got an offer over the asking price almost instantly. That was off the market in 2 days. Both properties are now in escrow, so final prices are not yet public. That is very typical of what's going on right now. Let me just at least pop in a little bit of good news here and say this. It's competitive out there, but it's not 2020 or 2021. There are multiple bidders on a lot of properties, but I think the biggest distinct kind of difference that I'm seeing right now is the offers don't seem to be as outrageous as they were even say like a year ago. She's also working with buyers and seeing how tough things are from the other side. Anderson said she has a military family. She's written 28 offers since January with no success. I can't even imagine. I don't even know how many homes they must have toured. I mean, 28 offers is a ton. I mean, I'm sure they've seen a lot more houses than 28 houses. Because they're using a VA loan, it is difficult for the young couple with a newborn to compete. Unlike conventional loans, VA loans require appraisals and termite clearances, which most buyers they're competing against are waiving. When they say that, they're talking about buyers. If you're a cash buyer, you have a conventional loan, you can waive an appraisal contingency to make your offer look a little more attractive to the seller. I'm not recommending that. That's a very risky proposition to make. You could be on the hook as a buyer. If you don't have a contingency to get out with an appraisal, you could be on the hook for a lot of money. In VA loans, they do not allow for a VA buyer to waive their appraisal contingency. It's to protect the buyer. And then he goes on to cite median prices here in San Diego. So for April, he's $900,000. He has $651,500 for condos and townhomes, and then he has $798 for new builds. And then he finishes off talking about affordability as it relates to like mortgage interest rates in the major markets in California. So you can see that the real estate market has really bounced back compared to like Los Angeles. San Diego, it's a very, very, very unique market. In the beginning of this video, I mentioned something that's happening right now that could be an indication the real estate market could be headed for yet another change. Market statistics, and this hasn't happened in a long time. The last 3 weeks in a row, we've seen an uptick in housing inventory, just a little bit. Slightly more homes, slightly less contracts. Combining that with now a mortgage interest rate that is over 7%, this is the kind of thing that could trigger a change in the market. Do I think it's gonna happen tomorrow? No. Do I think it's gonna happen in the next month? Probably not. But if this continues, this will definitely cause another market shift. Responding to the statement proposed at the beginning of this, or the title of this article, people waiting for prices to come down will be disappointed. I think, at least at the present moment, I think that is 100% accurate. And once again, if you need help with anything housing related in San Diego, downtown San Diego especially, don't be shy about reaching out to me. I'd love to help you out. And if you found this content useful, please subscribe. If you're looking for your next video, check this one out right here. I think you might like it. Have an amazing day.